What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about here on a daily basis. In this video, we're going to go over multiple different stimulus checks that are approved or are on the block and are going out or are on the process of being approved here right now. There are 32 different states right now that have already approved stimulus checks, property tax rebates, and reducing taxes for you guys. We also have the federal government that has already approved 3 past stimulus checks and could have more in the future. They have just done student loan forgiveness for 43 million Americans of $10,000 to $20,000, which is basically a massive stimulus check of $10,000 to $20,000 for 43 million Americans. Those forms are going to start coming out in October. Republicans are potentially going to try to block it in the court system. I'll keep you up to date here on that. But that will essentially provide $10,000 to $20,000 of relief to 43 million Americans. So again, I keep you up to date here on everything concerning your money here on this YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe, click the bell icon down below. It's completely free to do so. And we're going to go over all these different, a bunch of different checks here going out here, and I'm your source here for everything going on here in our country on a daily basis. And I'd like to take a quick second to thank today's sponsor, Cuts Clothing. When I'm shopping for clothing, I always look for something that looks good but is also comfortable, which a lot of times is hard to achieve. Usually if it looks good, it's not very comfortable. But then I found Cuts Clothing, who specializes in work leisure clothing that is designed with professional quality fabrics, all while having a comfortable fit. And you can wear cuts to the office, out on date nights, pretty much wherever you want to go. And with cuts, there's many different levels of customization, collar types, bottom cuts, and colors to choose from. Really cool stuff. What I personally really like here is the stretchy type of material, which is very comfortable, but yet, still really good looking. And also, it's not the type of material that cat hair and pet hair sticks to, which is really good because, we have cats. So really good stuff here. So you can click the link down below in the description of this video or in the pinned comment of this video, and viewers of my channel will get an additional 15% off of their order here today. Enter promo code It's Jimmy to get that 15% off your order here because you're a viewer of my channel. And I know I'll be ordering some more of these polo shirts here very soon. Let me know your thoughts here. Okay, so let's jump right in. We're going to jump into multiple different checks that are going out here to millions and millions of people here. Some of these are approved. Some of these are in the proposal phase. I'll show you each one on the screen so you can see the details of these. Here we go. Number one, over 3 million Massachusetts taxpayers expected to receive tax refunds, aka stimulus checks. Remember that a stimulus check, the official name of it is a tax rebate. Here's how much you can get. This is because there's billions of dollars being returned to Massachusetts residents. You can see here, this is directly from the News Boston WHDH news station. And this is official. This is passed. This is because Massachusetts is one of the states that has a law. There's several states that has a law that says if they have a certain amount of surplus money, they're required by law to give it back to their residents. So you can see here about 3.6 million Massachusetts taxpayers are set to receive cash back this fall after state government hauled in taxes last year that surpassed the legal limit by $3 billion. It's like 2.94 billion, nearly $3 billion. The Baker administration announced last Friday. So they're going to give this money back to the people in checks, which is really good. I wish more and more states have this policy But we are starting to see, again, 32 states are doing things like this. Announcing a plan that conflicts with what some of Democratic lawmakers expected. But Governor Charlie Baker's team, which oversees the Department of Revenue, said that the $2.94 billion that needs to be returned to taxpayers under a voter approved law, I think this is back from 1980, it's like 1984 or something like that, will take the form of mailed checks or direct deposits, likely starting in November. Taxpayers will automatically receive the funds without needing to submit an application. To be eligible, they must have filed their 2021 state tax return by October 17th. The amount of each refund will be scaled based on how much someone paid in state personal income taxes in 2021, with larger checks going to those who paid larger amounts of state taxes. This is a really weird state that's doing it this way. It's confusing. Other states don't do it this way. Other states do flat amount of checks, but nonetheless, each state does it differently. Okay. Massachusetts has a flat income rate tax of 5%. So an individual who made $50,000 probably paid around $2,500 in state taxes will get back about $325 from the state. A person who made $1 million in taxes probably pay about $50,000 in state taxes and will get a check back of $6,500. Well, if they paid $50,000 in state taxes alone, that's that's a lot of money in taxes to pay, right? Next up, tax rebate 2022 payments of up to $1,200 already going out to millions of people. See the exact date to expect yours. Let me know if you're one of the people receiving these. A new round of payments of up to $1,200 are being issued to thousands of Americans. Hawaiians, aloha, who included direct deposit information on their tax returns, started receiving payments on September 6th. Officials expected that taxpayers who filed by July 31st and submitted direct deposit information should get their rebate by September 21st. Single taxpayers that have an adjusted income of less than $100,000 will get $300 per person. Per person. This means that a family of four could get $1,200 because, again, it's $300 per person. So a family of four will get up to, or could get up to, I guess it depends on circumstances and stuff like that, up to $1,200. If you make more than that, you can get a slightly reduced check. Paper refunds will be sent out in batches of 2,000 checks, and it's expected that all rebates will be sent out by October. So this particular one is for the state of Hawaii. Update and warning on the state of Virginia checks going out here. Virginia, one of the kind of bigger states here. According to the website Virginia Tax, Virginians should start receiving their one-time rebate check by October 31st. So happy Halloween, but by that date, it says. So I would think that it would mean, I don't know, maybe before then. That wording is a little, you could let me know your thoughts on that wording, by October 31st. The Virginia General Assembly passed a law giving taxpayers without outstanding debt to state agencies a tax rebate check. Be aware, though, that scammers have already become aware of the tax rebates and are fishing for information. So that's one thing I want to make you guys aware of as well, as you can see right here on the screen. There's a lot of scammers going on here. Even in my comment section in the last few days, I've had a lot of them. I go in and I block them and I delete their comments. I actually take the time to go in and try to delete as many as I can. And then they come back the next day, sometimes even an hour later. They make new accounts and they'll actually use my picture and they'll say, text me, call me. I don't have any phone numbers for you to call at all. I ain't got time to man the phones for thousands of people. So if you ever see a comment with somebody using my picture in the comment section saying text me or call me or anything, know that it's not me. It's a scam. Don't call it. If anything, you can leave a comment saying, Jimmy, there's a scammer in the scammer section, or you can email me or something like that. And maybe sometimes it helps alert me, and then I'll see it if I see it, and then I can just, maybe get to it a little bit quicker. Um, but reporting it to YouTube really doesn't do anything. They're like the IRS. I mean, they get, millions and millions of comments a day. So if anything, just ignore it, or maybe try to, leave a comment saying, Jimmy, there's a scammer or something, and I delete them as soon as I see them. And but just be aware that there's a lot of scammers, and there's also a lot of scammers trying to get your information, trying to get your money over anything, your social security check, your stimulus checks, your tax rebate checks, your your anything check, your any kind of money for anything, your information. So never give your personal information to anybody. And if it, just never do it. Okay. So that's my good deed for the day. Well, besides giving you all this information for free. And someone wanted to come say hi real quick.
Hi.
And where are you going?
To school.
Yeah. And have you had fun with it?
Yeah.
How much fun have you had going to preschool?
So much fun.
And what do you do there?
Play pizza games.
You play pizza games?
Yeah.
And what else do you do?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
You just have lots of fun and make lots of friends?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you have fun.
Okay.
What do you say?
Bye.
We love you.
Love you too.
So, people in Virginia, individuals can qualify for up to $250 checks. Joint filers could see up to $500 in rebate checks. So, yeah, two people, $500. Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf continues to push for $2,000 relief checks. This is an interesting one because he's term limited. He can't even be reelected. He's already served the maximum amount of terms there. And so he's just, I don't know, doing this out of the goodness of his heart. I mean, you let me know your thoughts here. But the thing about this is he's already said multiple times that they have billions and billions of dollars from the last stimulus package just sitting there collecting dust or collecting interest maybe. And this is really kind of the same circumstance for every single state. Not a single state has spent um, all their money from the last stimulus package, and every single state also has a surplus money coming in on the state revenue side. So even if your state doesn't have an income tax, there's a few states that don't have a state income tax. They're still bringing in a historic surplus. Like I think it's Florida, who doesn't have a state income tax. They still have a $20 some billion surplus from other means like property taxes and sales taxes and things like that. They still have a $20 billion surplus. Okay, so this is because unemployment is at a historic low, and people are back to work and spending money, and just kind of the way the economy is right now. So money is flowing. States, all the other states that have state income taxes, which is like 95% of them or something like that, money is flowing. This is how the federal government has been able to pay down the federal debt by like $1.7 trillion, the federal deficit as well. And remember, that's not all the money the federal government has. That's just some of the money. Of course, they're not going to take every last dollar they have to pay down the federal deficit. This is because unemployment right now is at a 50-year low at 3.5, 3.6%, because people have gone back to work. A lot of this is because of how high inflation is. Some people have had to come out of retirement to get another job to keep up with inflation, because inflation's at a 40-year high. Unemployment is at a 50-year low. You can see the disparity there. This is kind of a very odd recession that we're in. Most people think we're in a recession at this point. It hasn't been officially declared, but I think most people kind of know that we're in a recession. So, most of the time in recessions, the Fed is lowering interest rates to boost the economy. And in this case, we're raising interest rates to lower inflation. Yeah, so it's kind of a strange one, but we're seeing a lot of help still go out right now. We're seeing 32 different states give back to their residents in the form of state stimulus checks, tax rebate checks, property tax rebate checks. 43 million Americans just got a massive stimulus program relief through the student loan forgiveness. And coming up here in less than 10 days is going to be the SNAP Food Stamp Conference, which is the first time they've done this since it was created. And that could lead to, we'll have to see, but it could lead to a massive raise or maybe lowering the eligibility or redoing the program for food stamps, maybe the WIC program or something like that. That would be for over 40 million Americans as well. So I'm going to keep you up to date here on all these different things. But let's keep going. I got more. Georgia has a new $250 to $500 Georgia refund checks and a $500 property tax break that was just proposed by the governor. This one hasn't been approved yet. This one was just proposed. So this would basically be $250 to $500 refund checks, aka stimulus checks, and an up to $500 property tax break by the governor. So this would be a $1 billion kind of refund to the residents of Georgia. Georgia does have an additional one of, you can see here, Georgians are getting another relief check on, and here's how you qualify for $350 each. These are people people that are on SNAP program, Medicaid program. More than 3 million people in Georgia are getting these checks of $350 from the stimulus package from American Rescue Plan passed in 2021. In order to qualify, you must receive assistance from Medicaid, food stamps, cash welfare assistance, or the TANF program, or subsidized health insurance for children. Those are going to be going out here shortly, I believe. Fourth stimulus check update 2022. Americans to get huge brand new bonus checks worth up to $1,000. Are you eligible? Bonus checks up to $1,000 will be given to thousands of eligible Americans as part of a program to support first responders. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis just discussed the payments during an event earlier this week and personally gave some first responders their money at a gathering in Jacksonville. For the second year in a row, state officials in Florida are authorizing bonuses for all first responders in the state. The governor announced that almost 100,000 Floridians would get the bonus checks and that they're expected to be mailed within the next week. However, I covered this in a previous video. I believe that Florida got $8.8 billion of stimulus money from the American Rescue Plan, and the amount of money that they're sending out for these checks is really just kind of the interest that they're making on the $8.8 billion, because it's a small amount. It's only 100,000 people compared to the amount of millions of people that they have. So in all reality, they probably have almost all of the $8+ billion. So what are they going to do with the mass amount of money that the billions of dollars that they have with the stimulus money, not even including the surplus money that they have on the statewide revenue? A lot of people have been wondering, what is Texas and Florida, two very big prominent Republican governors, going to do with all their state money? You can let me know your thoughts here in the comments. I'll keep you up to date here. Florida did also, the Florida governor, Ron DeSantis, who's in a tight race here, he did say he's going to potentially lower the tolls for Floridians, and that could save hundreds of dollars for some Florida residents as well. I do remember covering that. I haven't seen much out of the Texas governor besides the whole busing and flying of migrants to other states. They're spending millions of dollars on that. But I haven't seen much in relief for Texans besides the SNAP program and the food benefit program. You can let me know your thoughts here on that. The state of Illinois didn't get your Illinois income and property tax rebate check. Here's how long it could take. Distribution of the checks began this past Monday and is expected to take 8 weeks. Income and property tax rebate checks as part of the Illinois Family Relief Plan started rolling out to residents this past Monday, but many likely haven't received their checks yet. Taxpayers are eligible for checks of $50 per adult per person, $100 per joint filers, and also $100 per claimed dependent. In addition to that, residents will be eligible for a rebate of up to $300 for property taxes as well. I think in total you can get up to $700 depending on how many people in your family, how many children in your family, and if you're a homeowner, all that. They also had other things like a reduce on the gas tax and other things as well. I think there was grocery things and stuff like that, and back to school taxes and stuff like that. It was kind of a mini stimulus package for the state of Illinois. Illinois isn't one of the most robust tax dollar states. In fact, in previous years, they were very underwater. They're one of the most in debt states. So I remember covering this in the past. So for Illinois to even be sending out some money to their people was a pretty good job. Because if you look into their finances on a state basis, they're not the most robust states money wise. So they kind of did what they could. On the comparison, California, who has a $97 billion surplus, but remember, it also takes a 300, I think it's 300 billion to run the state per year. So it's very, very expensive. You got to remember, each state is different based on the size of their people, and every state may be wealthier than others. You got to kind of keep that in mind. Not that I'm sticking up for any particular state or not, but you got to kind of remember that each state's in a different financial situation. Speaking of California, who has sent out stimulus checks last year, is going to be doing again this year, probably will do so again next year just because of how much money they have, which is a pretty good turnaround situation because if you remember not too many years ago, they were again one of those states that was in a kind of a dire financial situation. They were basically more than broke. They were in debt by billions and billions of dollars, and they have basically completely turned it around. Californians going to be sending out up to $1,050 in quote inflation relief checks, cash to be sent to Californians. See here another headline: inflation relief payments. How to receive $1,050 checks, stimulus check from California in October. So those are going to start going out here in October. I'll keep you up to date here on the exact dates of when those go out. The way they work out here is they will be $350 per person, and they will be, $350 per person. So if you're mom or if you're a single person, $350. If you're a married couple, 2 people, $700. If you have kids, $350 for each one of those, up to a total of $1,050. So if there's 3 people in your family, $1,050. So that's kind of how it breaks down there. And California is the largest one here. They said, it's going to go out for over 23 million people. So that's a lot. Some of these other states, they go out for like 1 million people, 2 million people, 3 million people. California is just a massive population. It's over 23 million people. So in some cases, it's worth 23 million states, or maybe 7 states or something like that combined. So it's just a massive amount of people here in total. Yeah, and I'm going to keep you up to date here on more and more states here. That's really just all I could fit in here in this video. Make sure to subscribe down below to our YouTube channel. I'll keep you up to date here. Subscribing is completely free to do so. Click the bell icon after you subscribe so you get notifications when we go live here, which is every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll link you to another video or two here that you can watch next so you get more information on other things that you need to know about. Also, make sure to click down below to check out Cuts Clothing. It's a really, really cool stuff here, and you'll definitely want to check that out here as well. You can click here to watch my newest video on Social Security raises. And you can click here to see a really big date, a really big announcement coming here on September 21st. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.